Like past presidents, Donald Trump is finding the U.S. has limited scope for punishing North Korea, even when it arrests U.S. citizens. Correspondent Mark Irons reports from the White House. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. The president has praised his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping for trying to contain North Korea. The hermit nation depends on China for 90% of its trade. Still, China's efforts haven't delivered any results.
In the White House press briefing yesterday, Sean Spicer said the U.S. will continue to work with China to put appropriate pressure on North Korea. But in a tweet, President Trump seems to be throwing in the towel on China and its ability to deal with North Korea, saying, "While I greatly appreciate the efforts of President Xi and China to help with North Korea, it has not worked out. At least I know China tried." Jason Russell with the Washington Examiner says one tweet doesn't mean President Trump is done seeking China's help in dealing with North Korea.
That's just one tweet, and we know from Trump's tweets in the past that one tweet does not a new U.S. policy make, right? There are still all kinds of people, advisors and people in the State Department that I don't think are going to let this be the end of the effort to ally with China against North Korea. We need China as an ally against North Korea. They're the only ones who can really apply economic pressure against the North Koreans because they're already so isolated against everyone else.
Jason Russell tells me the death of American Otto Warmbier may have provoked the president to send that tweet. One thing to note, Lauren, Warmbier was traveling with a tour company based in China when he visited North Korea. That company says it will no longer take Americans to North Korea due to the high risk involved.
Mark, I understand the president is in Iowa tonight. Is it already time for another election caucus?
Not yet, but the president is flying to Cedar Rapids this evening. The last time he was in Iowa was just days before his election victory. The main event tonight, the president will participate in one of his signature Make America Great Again rallies.
Correspondent Mark Irons at the White House. Thank you, Mark.